Well, after a year worth of rumors that Black Knight is coming to the MCU, Black Knight is coming to the MCU, played by Jon Snow.
That was the funniest thing. You sat there and you're like, I bet you the actor who plays Jon Snow was so excited to finally not need to wear a heavy coat and carry a sword. And here he is with a heavy coat carrying a sword again.
You're going to have this cloak-looking garb gear, medieval things, and this sword.
So he's gone from one family that, could have destroyed the world or made it really good to another family that could have destroyed the world and made it really good.
Yep. So this is really exciting because Black Knight is not being standalone. He's going to be part of the Eternals, which is really interesting and awesome.
We don't know if he is going to be standalone yet.
Yeah, exactly. They alluded to that. They're like, he might have a future. It's like, okay. Disney Plus series, perhaps, after Eternals?
That'd be interesting.
I mean, sure. That means Weird World, hopefully. So
yeah.
Something completely different.
So, Mitch, how do you feel about the whole Black Knight Eternals scenario?
I mean, at first, I don't know much about Black Knight. Like, I know a little bit about Dane Whitman, so I was a bit confused. And then it's like you kind of like you look back at what he's done, and it's like, oh yeah, he went out with Cersei when they're on the Avengers. That makes sense. So,
I mean,
yeah,
that's pretty much my extent. My extent of it is like maybe 3 comics with Black Knight, and none of them were directly Black Knight reading. Which, obviously, I'm going to fix that by the end of the year and read some, Black Knight worth of comics to get my knowledge on them. But I feel like this character is going to be a little bit more unique when he shows up as opposed to some of the others. It's like, again, his unique look, the sword and everything. I feel like they're trying to...
Well, that's if he has it.
True.
That's my thing. Like, did they just introduce Kit Harington as Dane Whitman and then just do it that way? Or is he already Black Knight with the ebony blade, or hopefully not the lightsaber, because yuck. But...
You don't want the saber, bro? You can cross-market that.
Oh my gosh.
No, I do not.
Well,
his entire point as a character is to have a cursed sword. You can't have a cursed sword if it's not the cursed sword. No.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't know. This character excites me from the aspect that I know nothing about him. Like, out of everything we talked about in this show, I know more about him than the Black Knight. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a chance, and especially that they got an actor who I liked in Game of Thrones, and I liked them in Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, it was Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, it was. Wow, good shout.
Well, we just watched it kind of recently.
Remember Pompeii?
No, I don't.
No, nobody does because it didn't make any money. So...
Well,
but like, here's the thing with Dane Whitman. Like, obviously, it all harkens back to like Arthurian legend.
Yep.
And like King Arthur and Excalibur and all that. So, if you're gonna do a movie about like the history of everything, you could just slip that right in there. Just like, hey, shit, it's the thing.
Because I'm just reading like the wiki. Just the only primary paragraph, so I don't have to like try reading everything. It says here that he's actually the 3rd one to inherit the Black Knight name because it's his ancestry line that has that sword that gets passed down.
I could see how that could tie into Eternals since they're going to be spanning the history of the world. I mean, that would make sense.
So it's easy to have him in there as Black Knight. It's just a question of, are they going to do it? Like, are you going to take away from the Eternals? Like, because you have a lot to sell up with them. Like, there is a ton. Like, putting Black Knight in there, maybe you could like wonder him it slightly and be like, hey, this is an artifact we took away from humanity because some douchebag in like King Arthur time in England was like about to wipe everyone out with the sword. Like,
Yeah.
And then Whitman does the old Terrence Howard, and then they recast him. But I don't know.
No, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways they could go on this, and this was like my biggest question mark. I'm like, oh, Kit Harington's Black Knight. All right, we're gonna get a movie. Then they're like, Eternals, but maybe. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's a sly way to not confirm this. Like, it's weird, but okay.
I think the fact that he's starting in a movie kind of means that if they're going to do a Black Knight anything, it'll probably be a movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's going to be really interesting, but I'm excited to have Kit Harington in the Marvel movies. I wonder actually how long like his contract's going to be. Like, are we going to have him all for a while, like Game
Oh,
of
I'm
Thrones.
assuming they probably got at least 3
I was
out
going
of
to
him.
say, with the character that he is, Black Knight was leading the Avengers in the 90s when Cersei was there. So he's probably going to be there for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, so right now, Eternals has, what, 2 Game of Thrones characters?
Yeah.
Yes. The next time I'll
brothers.
see you, you'll be in black. So, yeah.
So,
He's
man,
all-
they're really just poaching Game of Thrones, which, you know what, I'm okay with, because, I mean, yeah.
Why not?
It's Game of Thrones, and I'm fine with it, because they were all great actors, so...
As long as we don't get Sophie Turner. Like, just keep Sophie Turner away. Just keep her away.
Please, no.
If you're going to get anyone, get Emilia Clarke. Bring the Queen over. Like, come on.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you know she's probably sitting there.
She's
like,
busy waiting for the Solo 2 phone to ring.
I should be waiting for a while, so...
Don't start.
You should have heard him this morning about Solo. He sat there like first thing this morning. He was like, "Yeah, everybody's so hyped because they now get to watch Solo for free. That's why everybody pre-ordered Disney Plus."
It's true. That is.
And it's not even on there. So.
I know. Damn Netflix deal. People still won't see the damn movie. This is my curse.
I mean, it's self-inflicted, so yeah.
That's true.